I applied the max rate of Spectacle in September to my Bermuda. Do you apply the max rate of prodiamine in the spring? I do, Ron. So there's a couple different schools of thoughts on this. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can apply Spectacle. You could do half rate in September and then half rate in December. Like that's one way of doing it that helps extend the coverage a little bit more. Or you can do it a single application in September at the higher end of the application rate for your particular turf grass. Because for Bermuda, it's a bit higher. For Centipede and St. Augustine, I believe it's lower. I want to say St. Augustine and Centipede is like 6 ounces per acre. Whereas Bermuda, I think you can go up to 10. But again, check the label. Don't quote me on that. That's what I seem to remember the last time I looked at it. Long and short of it is I've tested both ways, and on my particular lawn, I was fine. Like I've done a single app, it worked great. I've done a split app, also worked great. So really depends on which way you want to go. And as far as the max rate for Bermuda for prodiamine in the springtime, yes, there are folks that will take prodiamine, like take that allocation of say 0.83 ounces for Bermuda grass and cut it in half and spray half of it now and say half of it in April, or they'll even do even less than that now and then more in April. I've did that one time, and then the following years, there's probably 4 or 5, maybe even longer years ago now at this point, I did a single application at the higher end of the application rate, and that worked great for me. And I said, you know what? I don't have to go out and spray pre-emergent twice or twice in the springtime anymore. So it just saves me time. I don't have to mess with herbicides any more than I have to, right? So I do a single for the fall pre-emergent, depending on how I'm feeling, I may do a single app or a split app. But for the spring pre-emergent, it's pretty much always one application at the higher end of the application rate. That has worked well for me.